Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is going to be on this matte cranberry look that I use the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette to create. I have been getting tons of requests for a look using the Jaclyn Hill palette, and this is one of my go-to looks. And I have also gotten a ton of requests from my friends that see me wear this eye look all the time and wanted to know how I accomplished it. So I decided to kill two birds with one stone and just go ahead and create a tutorial on this eye look, which I used the Jaclyn Hill palette for. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let's just jump right into it. You can see I've already done my foundation, brows, and bronzer off camera. The first shade I'm going to go in with is MFEO, and I'm going to use this as a transition shade. I'm going to put this in my crease and buff it back and forth and blend it out. I'm not going to be wearing false lashes today because I just wanted this to be a really simple, easy look that you could wear just about anywhere. So I'm just going to focus that right there in the crease. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Jax, and I'm going to focus this just on the lid. I started out with a fluffier blending brush. I believe this is the M433, and I was using that to blend that out on my eye, but it wasn't making it as dark as I would have liked, so I'm going back in with the E17, and I am just going to blend that from my lash line to my crease line. So we want it to be darkest near the lash line, and then we want to blend it up towards the transition color and make it softer and lighter as we go so that it looks nice, blended, and completely seamless. Okay, you guys, I had to take a break to get some puppy snuggles. This is little Loki. He is the prince of our little house, and we love him so much. One of the best tips that I can give a new beginner just starting out in makeup is the easiest way to create an eye look is to pick 3 colors that you really like. Pick a transition shade, pick a shade that complements it to go on your lid, and then pick a middle shade to marry those two together. For my middle shade today, I'm going to go in with this shade called Roxanne, and you can see it's kind of an in-between color of the transition shade and the cranberry shade that we're using, so it marries the two together and it makes it look a little more seamless when you're blending all of those together. And that's the best thing to do to try and get a more seamless look using just 3 shades. I'm just going to take the M518 brush and I'm just going to blend that Roxanne shade into the MFEO and the Jax shades right in the middle of them. Just get them to all come together, and then I will take an M513 and I will blend the edges again. Now I'm going to take a makeup wipe and I'm going to wipe off any of the fallout that we might have underneath our eyes. And then I'm going to take the Beautyblender that I put my foundation on with, and I'm just going to stamp that back under there a little bit. I don't like to put a lot of concealer under my eyes, but I will put a little bit. I like to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and the Urban Decay Naked Weightless Concealer. And I'm just going to take my Morphe sponge and kind of blend those together and set my under eyes. And then I'm going to take the RCMA No Color Translucent Powder, and I'm going to stamp that underneath my eye, right where I put the concealer, so that my concealer doesn't crease up later in the day. The next thing I'm going to do is go in with that shade MFEO, and I'm going to use that to blend out my lower lash line. And I'm going to kind of use the same concept as I used on the top. I'm going to use those same 3 shades. I used that one first. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Jax, and I'm going to push that with the definer brush right up into my lash line. And then the last thing I'm going to do is take that shade Roxanne, and I'm going to blend those 2 shades together again so it's seamless. We want to make sure that this is one very cohesive eye look. And so then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade, and it's called Creamsicle. And I'm just going to pop this color right into my inner corner, and I'm just going to blend it back and forth to brighten up our inner corner. And I also just feel like this, you know, yellowish, orangey shade really brings the eye look together. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade, it's called In Light. And I'm just going to use this shade to highlight my brow bone. It's a nice, just kind of neutral white shade. It's not going to give you too much of a highlight, but I think it's perfect. And Jaclyn Hill actually created the shade for specifically the brow bone. So if she says it's perfect, then I think it's perfect. And since we're not going in with lashes today, I'm just going to do a layer of mascara on my top lashes. I'm using the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. And for my bottom lashes, I'm just using a CoverGirl waterproof mascara. Sometimes my under eyes, if I get hot or there's a lot of humidity, I will kind of sweat a little bit on my lower lash line or underneath my eye, and waterproof helps it not to crease. Next, I'm going to go in with the liquid highlighter, and it is the Temptu by Boxycharm one, and I'm just going to press that into my cheekbones, the top of my cheekbones, and then I will also apply that to the center of my nose and my cupid's bow, and a little bit on my chin. I'm doing so much better at keeping in frame when it comes to my chin. And I'm just going to make sure it's all blended out nice and seamless. That tends to be my favorite word when it comes to makeup, seamless. The next thing I'm going to do is go in with a little bit of powder highlight, and what I used today was the shade Lightning Dust by Fenty Beauty, and I'm just going to put that in the same places as I did the liquid highlighter. The next thing I'm going to do is the lips, and what I'm going to use today is the Kylie Cosmetics Velvet Liquid Lipstick in the shade Rosie. Her Velvet Liquid Lipsticks are my favorites, and I can't live without them. And I felt like this was the perfect cranberry burgundy shade to tie this look together. I always like to start with my bottom lip first, and then I will kind of press my lips together and let that help guide my top lip. I feel like the sides of my top lip are a little bit thinner than what my bottom lip is, so that's the only part that I overline. I don't like to overline too much because then it'll look really fake and not cool, if that's the right word. The last thing I'm going to do is set my face with the Morphe Prep and Set Spray. Okay, and that concludes the tutorial on this cranberry eye look. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to like the video. Leave me comments, let me know what you think, and don't forget to hit the bell on the side so that you get notified every time I upload. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time.